Welcome to this beautiful dinosaur survival game. Majestic herbivores exploring the island with their babies. Why are the parasaurs fighting back? Massive titans roaming their domain. Run, 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 run. A game full of exploration and experiences. No, 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 not my Anki, please. I played 100 days of Ark Survival Ascended. But if I die, I have to spin a wheel full of punishments set by you, the viewer, in my stream chat. Okay, well, as one does on a beach, gotta go ahead and start out. I had to punch a tree, rip some fiber from a grass patch, and even collected an old explorer note which imbued me with some boosted experience. Then ran over to gather some berries to eat. So it is what it is. Hi raptors. So he's spinning the wheel. Okay. You guys can make suggestions of stuff to add to the spin wheel. So you have to eat a pepper. Next level on oxygen. Next. No sprinting for 10 minutes. Okay, we'll go ahead. We'll drop the spin. What do we get? And it is next level in oxygen. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to put my levels in. Okay, so next level in oxygen. There we go. So I got pretty lucky on the first punishment, but it gets much worse with some later. I needed to be ready, and that meant I needed more levels. I think there's an explorer note down here, if I remember correctly. Because I would like to get to the explorer note so I can at least get some bonus experience. The people have no faith in me. How do I get down here? Ooh, staircase. A fancy explorer note. There we go. Ooh, I'm dying. Jump off. I honestly probably need to. Cannonball! Whee! Oh my gosh, your character... That's... What the heck? Look at the character when you get injured. What? There we go. Can we find the other explorer note here? Get another boost in experience. Thank you. Okay, do we want our first tame to be a dodo, peeps? No, let's do it. We'll get our first tame as a dodo. With some basic levels from the notes, I punched out a nearby dodo to tame it. Hey, chat, does anyone want to name our dodo? We got a friend. We got Dodo. Our very first tame in Ark Survival Ascended. The first tame in Ark Survival Ascended, Bob. You can have Bob. Bob. There we go. Relics with the name redeem for Bob. With Bob, my new dodo, I began to again gather what I needed for tools, and even a torch that I put on my belt so I could see clearly. Made a campfire and some clothes to prevent freezing. And in the morning, I found some other dodos who I put a spear through their heads to harvest for meat and hide, as well as a dilo that tried to munch on my booty. Thank you for your sacrifice, Mr. Dilo. I need your hide and your meat. I didn't plan to be stuck on this island forever, so I wanted to make myself a raft, gathering the wood, fiber, and hide, then strapped it all together and threw down my new vessel. Picked up my dodos, Bob and Bobette, to get them onto the raft. Bobette, come on. Come here, Bobette. Come here. Oi. No, 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 dodos, don't go in. That's fine. We'll ignore the seagull. Let's just sail over here. I set up a bed on the raft so at least I'd have a nearby respawn point, then set off. We're sailing. I sailed down the coast to park where I knew there to be another explorer note. Yeah, it's great. No, my dodo! Bob! You put Bob down, you monster! No! The Yutyrannus killed Bob! Bob! Bobette! We gotta get out of here! Bobette! No! No! Run, Bobette, run! The Yutyrannus is trying to steal you! Guys, Bob got killed by an Yutyrannus. It's a little baby Parasaur. Look at that baby Parasaur! Sorry, little baby Parasaur, you're gonna watch me murder your mama. I mean your papa. Die, Papa Parasaur. It's time for you to meet your fate. Oh. Are you fighting back? Parasaurs fight back. This is illegal. No, I did not agree to this. Why are the parasaurs fighting back? No, no, I did not agree to this. Run, run for your lives. The parasaurs fight back. Who gave the parasaurs the ability to fight back? That's not allowed. Who told the parasaurs they're allowed to fight back? It followed me down here. No. No. Die. I'm gonna die to a stinking parasaur. No. 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 I'm sorry. Who gave the parasaurs the ability to fight back? Okay, chat. Put your suggestions for spin the wheel. I see one. Cool. Punch a trike. Swim with piranhas. No jumping for 5 minutes. I buy chat 1 graphics card. No. Play with controller for 15 minutes. Would suck. Spin! Spin it. Damn it. Sand is lava for 5 minutes. Okay, so I can't touch sand. So, chat, I cannot touch sand for 5 minutes. I'm gonna get to my stuff. I'd like to respawn in simple bed, please. With the curse of having to not touch any sand, I had to look around to recover my stuff. Where's my death beam? Ah! No! Piranhas! No! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Not good. Why are there piranhas here? Ow! 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 Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Hallelujah! 10 health. 10 health. Okay. I do have to get my stuff. Wait, did my stuff despawn? Did that take too long? Did the Parasaur eat my stuff? Parasaur, did you eat my stuff? That's annoying. With my stuff all gone, I set out to begin to recraft my equipment as well as fetch Bobette to drop off at the raft. And as I was telling my Twitch chat about all the mods I was using, the Ark gods decided I had done enough. What mods do I have? I have all the Ark Editions mods as well as I have, yeah, so it's like, I've got like the Acrocanthosaurus, the Brachy, I've got the, it's not the Concavenator, it's the, oh. Crash? Did we crash? We might have crashed. Fatal error! Yay! We got our first fatal error! Welcome to Ark Survival Evolved, ladies and gentlemen. Does it save the game? Like, how far back do we go? Wheel immunity on next death for crash? No, no, no. There's no wheel immunity here. What do you think this is? Bobette, you're alive! The Ark gods have decided that you guys live. Bob and Bobette, you guys are alive. The Ark gods. The Ark gods have decided to revive you. Bob is back! So back with my stuff and tames on my raft, I decided to not tempt fate and just headed out to begin traveling towards Herbivore Island on a quest for metal. Is that a Bronto? I got distracted by some cute dinos as I was sailing by. Look at the baby Bronto! Guys, there's a baby Bronto. Look at the baby Bronto. Oh, he's so cute. And after spending far too much time looking at a chubby Bronto baby, it looks chunky. Oh my god, look at that face. I figured I should set up a forge, so began to gather what I needed when I experienced yet another crash, setting me back in time yet again. So began to speedrun what I needed for that forge, and even killed off a turtle nearby, allowing me to simply claim its baby as my own to end off the day. I led the turtle back to my raft in the morning when another seagull showed up to mess with me. Oi, can you like not? Hey? I missed. Beam. No, no, it's a canon event. You killed Bob again. No! The seagull killed Bob again. Chat was right. It was a canon event. No, don't kill Bobette too, you monster. We got it. We hit it up the air. Yes. It really is a canon event. And I upgraded my raft with what I needed, then set off to continue my journey down the coast, but was having some issues moving with the turtle in my face. So I whistled it off to reposition. Yeah, it was because of the turtle. So it's because of the turtle that I couldn't like go forwards. Where did turtle go? I don't know where my turtle went. An apprentice torch. Nice. It really does look like a wax statue. Cancelled Ark 2. I don't think turtle died. Wait, what? That common Emerson killed by Megalodon? No! I didn't even see it. I was too busy focused on my... Does anyone know where like metal nodes are? I need to go find a metal node. Dun 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 dun. There's elite seconds. Go. Go, go, go. No, Bobette! Bobette, where are you? Bobette! No, we lost Bob. No, the lead's gonna eat me. Hope you die at spot time. Why do you guys want me to die? What did I do? I landed at Herbivore Island where I was able to run inland and harvest the metal I needed to set up a smithy and make a metal pickaxe. The rest of the day was then spent harvesting the metal nearby. Then with a full inventory of metal, I figured the quickest way back to my raft was to simply jump into the water. That wee though. Okay, peeps. Wee. We get... Drum roll, please. I hate this. Instant regret on that. I don't like controller for Ark. What controller? I have an Xbox controller. Well, suddenly feeling like an absolute toddler as I have absolutely no idea how to use a controller. But Twitch chat certainly had a good laugh at my fumbling around. I ran and killed off a Phiomia, which allowed me to claim its babies as my own. One named Pepper and George. The start of day 8 ended up being plagued by crashes. The game had only been out for a day at this point, so it was not entirely surprising, although a little frustrating. But then, as day 10 was starting, chat started to get a bit bloodthirsty. Now, we haven't spun an Ark. Could you please throw yourself off a cliff? Listen. Last time I spun the wheel, I ended up with a controller. Do you want that to happen again? It's like, do you really want to see that? Like, ask yourself carefully. Is that really what you want to see? Yes. Yes, we're doing that. Bunch of trolls is what you are. Burn the wheel. Burn the wheel. Like, are you guys saying this is too easy? I need to die? Is that what you're saying? You guys want to spin? I'll give you guys a spin. Whee! Up. The film is following me. I did not die from that. Make your suggestions. What do we add to the wheel? We spin. I was going to need to find some fish. Leaving my mass of Phiomias on the island, I headed out and inland up along the river, finally getting to where I knew there to be some chompy fishies. Rip Nat. Yeah, I gotta go find a piranha. Piranha. Piranha? I really know her. Oh, there's another Spino. No, Spino, leave me alone. And to think I gave you guys this wheel spin for free and it's messing me up so much. Look at the Spino like splashing in the water. That looks so good. I love it. Okay, I see salmon. Saber-tooth salmon. That means piranhas should be able to spawn here as well. Okay, there's piranhas. Okay. Does that count as swimming? I think that counts as swimming. Like they bit me in the water. I was in the water. I am swimming with the piranhas. Hey, piranhas. You guys swim across the river? Oh. Oh boy. No! 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 This is bad timing! Do I lose all my stuff? Is that all my stuff gone? This is what we'll be starting with next stream. Respawning on day 11 to find a raptor immediately chewing my face off.
This is not okay. Why? No! No! Get him, turtle. Get him.
I managed to lure the raptor to a turtle to save myself, but now without the ability to sprint, I began to carefully waddle back to where I had died, scouting out the water, then eventually taking the risk to swim across.
No, they found me! I was no! Ah! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're totally fine.
I could see the raptors in the distance patrolling near where I had died and began to sneak my way closer and grab my stuff, then waddled away. Jumping across the river, getting way too close to a Spino that thankfully did not see me.
Oh my god, that thing just... Oh boy. Oh boy. Roll through the grass. Don't let it see me. Don't see me. Don't see me.
I snuck past the Spino, then made use of the terrain to jump over some rocks.
Why is this? That is my raft, you asshole. Spino, don't leave my raft alone. What did it do to you?
The Spino eventually abandoned my raft, so I was able to hop onto it and begin the track back to my base on Herbie Island, which chat yet again convinced me to give them a free death and wheel spin.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So next tame, I can only use a club.
The start of day 12 began with the wheel landing on tame next creature with a club. Now this turned out to be a lot more difficult than I first thought, but I wanted to find a better base, so parked my piggies on the raft and set off back across the bay, mounting my piggy to begin the run inland through the thickest of forest, past the Diplo, and ended up right next to a blue drop where I got an ascendant crossbow, before settling on a nice grassy patch on the cliffside. It wasn't very far from where I was just on Herbie Island, but I liked the spot. But I was not alone.
Get him, piggies! Get him! Get him! Get her! It's also a parent. We could get the baby Carno. Get it! Die! Fight it! Fight the Carno! Kill the baby! Baby Carno! Baby Carno! Yes! We got that baby Carno!
I named the Carno Chaotic Tier Pedro, as was redeemed by Twitch chat, so I now had my first carnivore. But then as I wanted to look what I needed for a saddle...
No! We crashed! No! How far back do we go? We're at ya. And the Carno should still be here. We should be able to get the Carno back too. There's the Carno! Guys, the Carno's back! Charge! Charge! Don't hurt the baby! We need the baby alive! Don't kill the baby, piggies! Get him! Get him! There you go. Beat him up. Quick. Steal the baby before it runs away. Come here. Yes, we got the baby back. Thank you for save game. Wait, we need to name it first. Chaotic, Tier, Pedro. Quick. Save game. Yes.
With my Carno successfully reclaimed, I set up my first foundation.
Nice. You can like raise the foundation up and down. That's pretty cool. Bloop. This is where we lay our claim, guys. This shall be our home for this 100 days. Although I have to go fetch the rest of the stuff.
I set up my forge and expanded the foundations with what I had found in a drop, building up a small, janky-ass house. And I wanted to tame myself a flyer in the morning, so pulled out my bowler to knock one out of the sky.
Splash, splash, do-do-do-do-do-do. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
So I set off towards the beach where I bowled and bonked out a Parasaur only to crash yet again. So the next day I instead found a Pteranodon I was able to club into a sleepy state to tame it. So club challenge completed, and that's when I spotted my first modded dinosaur.
Shock Pikachu face intensifies. Guys, I can see a Dinotherium. There's a Dinotherium. Look. Dinotherium's on the other side of the beach.
I definitely want to get myself one of those later. But while I was checking them out, the Rex I saw earlier spotted me, so I knocked it out with some arrows. Shoved in my meat so it would begin taming, then named the terror I clubbed out Arrhenius, as was redeemed by Relics in Twitch chat. I named the Rex Mrs. Nibbles, thanks to Choco, then jumped on top of the Rex to begin whistling it home, but I didn't notice my water had run out, so I passed out on the Rex. Fortunately, I just woke up, so I ran home only to have my path blocked by a tickle chicken. I began to sneak around it and was doing some storage management when a message popped up.
Your Arrhenius was killed by Therizid. No! Don't! Get it! Kill the Theory! Kill the tickle chicken! Get him, Pedro! Oh, la, 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 la.
Rest in peace, Arrhenius. You will be missed. I spotted another Theory nearby, so I jumped up this piece of ruins to trank it out. And I had to go fetch my Rex again in the morning, and in doing so lost track of my Theory that ended up waking up because I never gave it enough narcotics.
Okay. Where is my... Move, Stego. Where is my Theory? No. The Theory woke up. I wasn't paying attention because I was so focused on the freaking Rex.
I was then tranking out a trike so I'd have some way to harvest more berries when the Theory got too close to me and aggroed.
Oh, you wanna... Ah, yes. Smarter AI. Oh, you weren't top already. Or were you? Am I good? Or am I good?
With the Theory asleep again, I began to harvest a ton more bushes and saddled up the trike which tamed at the end of the day, allowing me to gather a metric butt ton of berries to shove into the Theory, allowing it to tame up. We named it Gremlin, and the rest of the day was then spent setting up some more storage. I saddled up my Terror in the morning of day 20 to take flight for the first time, and right near my base was a Serato, murdering all the things nearby it. I ended up making basically zero progress on day 21 and 22, as I simply could not escape the crashes. Every time I tried to do something, the game would decide nope and reset all my progress. This does get better later on in the playthrough, but these early couple days were really difficult. As this did continue into day 23, but I did at least manage to kill off an alpha raptor, which gave me some upgraded tools as well as a bunch of meat and hide. And I was out harvesting on my trike when I got jumped by a pack of raptors that I fortunately took out in between spamming save. We killed a raptor. Save. Killed another raptor. Save. Killed another raptor. Save. No. Stop eating my corpses. I want those. I want the hide. Whack. Whack. Flew off to gather some more metal, flying across the coast, collecting some drops to end off the day. What do we get? Some kites and stuff. And I was a quarter way through my challenge and a very long way from being able to complete it, so I parachuted down to the nearest cave as I needed some crystal in order to make a spyglass. But I got home to find a Serato was attacking, so I whistled in every tame I had. Fortunately, we had no losses, as that could have been bad. And I headed out in the morning on my theory, where I ended up taming some Pteranodons, so I'd have backup flyers, and leading them all home in the morning, then stopping to trank another theory forward to begin taming. And I wanted to tame myself both an Anki and a Dode. However, with no cryopods, I set off to go tame an Argent, surveying the redwoods hoping for a good level, when I landed on a high cliff that'd be a good vantage point. Hi, Saber. Can I help you? Bye. Have a beautiful time. What was that? It just like shows up like hi and then runs off. I eventually found the Argentavis that I wanted, so landed nearby on the cliff in order to trank it out. Filling its face with arrows, I shoved in my meat so it could begin taming. And I found another nearby, so began tranking it out just on foot, then killed another so I could get some prime to tame it. It eventually tamed up, so began the flight home with Archies following behind. And I got home in the morning to find a blue drop coming down beside my base I was able to collect. Saddling up my Argent, I flew off to go find a Dode or Anki, instead spotting a Dinotherium which I could not tame yet, so I just continued onwards in search. Finding one under attack by a raptor, so swooped in to save it, carrying it up into the mountains to trank it out, shoving in some berries so it could begin taming, but once it woke up it was my friend, so picked it up and flew into the clouds to begin the trip home. Making sure to stop by some metal nodes first so my Anki could harvest that I was going to need. And then once I was almost home, I spotted something. Something incredibly dangerous. That is a skeletonized Tyrannosaur. One of the deadliest dinosaurs on the island and something that I want to tame. But my trank arrows dealt no damage or torpor. So I was going to need something stronger in order to trank it out. It's a Tyrannosaurus tooth-tipped metal tranquilizer arrow. I feel like it's that. Yes, I will have to kill one in order to get its teeth for some arrows. I was almost home with my Anki when I needed to stop to regen my stamina. This fog is so absurd. What? Whoa. Oh, it's the alpha. No, not my Anki. Please, stop my Anki. Please. No, my Anki. No, we lost the Anki. No. All that time to get an Anki for nothing. At least I put the metal in my Argent. I eventually got home in the afternoon so the metal could begin smelting. And the next couple days just had me searching the island for tames. but it appeared to be completely barren, so I figured I may as well run the first artifact cave on foot. Landing just outside and began to make my way inside, running down to where the first jump was when I spotted some dilos I wanted to pull into the lava.
Dilo. Oh, there's a little baby Dilo. I did not mean to. Uh-oh. Ah! I meant to pull you into the lava, if I'm honest. Dilos are smart now. They don't pathfind up. Never mind. Never mind.
I kept moving forwards, and for whatever reason, the cave was just completely empty of tames. I suppose that's just a problem with single player, I guess. But I eventually got to the end and was able to grab the artifact, then simply run up and out of the cave, jump on my bird and fly home into the sunset. And I found and snatched up a dodo in the morning of day 40, flying it over to a safe spot on a cliff where I was able to trank it out, then feed it some berries for it to tame, before turning to begin the flight home as I heard the distinct roar of a skeletonized Tyrannosaur.
Okay, we gotta go. Fly! Fly! Oh, there you are. Hi, friend. Level 45. Honestly, I want to kill it so I can get its tooth. Charge! Hiya! Hiya!
Nice. Nice.
Ow, you hurt. Oh, you broke my bones.
Trying to use the odd would take too long. So I grappled high up in the tree and began to snipe at the Rex, finally killing it, allowing me to rip its tooth from its skull. I could use these to make arrows, so teeth and dodo in hand began to head home, only to find a carno harassing my tame, so I had to take it out. Sorry, Tia. I set up an automated Ark terminal so I'd be able to start getting some actual technology in my base. And I spent the morning harvesting some stone and set up a fabricator. Felt good to be entering the industrial age, even if it is already over 40% of the way to failing my challenge. But I really needed polymer, so flying off to the snow with the goal of finding penguins. It could not have been more of a traumatic experience.
God damn it, what are you doing? Please!
Arriving in the snowy tundra of the north, full of wolves, yutis, snowstorms and rhinos. But I wanted penguins, so I began to fly all along the coastal ice fields, taking some time to make America proud by gathering some oil. And as my search continued, I spotted a level 140 Yutyrannus with my binoculars. So I definitely thought that would be a good tame, but without cryopods, I had an issue.
I mean, honestly, like a Yuti, the problem with the Yuti is getting it back to my base is going to take so long. Like, trying to get the Yuti home will be the biggest problem. Taming it is easy. Getting it home is another story. Yutyrannus are very pretty.
I decided to try and tame it anyways, long range sniping it with my crossbow, leading it down to the beach where I was able to separate the Yuti Carno's bodyguards and put them to an extended sleep. Then wanted to land by the Yuti only to get feared away. Twice.
God damn it!
Finally landing on the cliff so I could start to snipe it and trank the Yuti into its slumber, thankfully just outside of the water. And with the Yuti taming up, I continued searching for penguins, but they must have been in Madagascar or something because I could not find them anywhere. My Yuti finally tamed up, so I was able to start leading it home. And there was a skeletonized Rex who I took the time to kill off for its teeth by simply parachuting above it, but the journey leading the Yuti was slow. Having the Yuti wade through some water, push through the ice shards floating on the beach, over some flat hills as the temperatures got warmer, through the thick forest surrounded by some rivers, slowly edging closer and closer. But night began to fall, as darkness engulfed us as we entered the swamp. Almost getting capoed off my arching, but the Yuti kept me safe. So we got through it to begin wading along the coast.
Hey, we made it to the coast. Hopefully now smooth sailing all the way home.
The Yuti started to swim when it fell far behind me, so I stopped for some stam, then began to head back to fetch the Yuti.
Yutyrannus, are you gonna like get unstuck? What? No, what are you fighting?
Why are you in the water? Passive, come this way. Come this way. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of the water, you stupid. Please. Get out of the water, you. Why do we not have cryopods? Why do we not have cryopods? Get out of the water. Get out of the neutral. Fight back. Kill the piranhas. Why is this the thing? Why did they decide that adding no cryopods was a fair and balanced thing? God! I was defeated. I was sick, and it was a long, slow flight home. I set up a generator as I'd forgotten to do so earlier. And I needed to get rid of some frustration, so I C4'd a Pteranodon that I'd tamed earlier on. Feeling a bit lost and heartened next to move forwards, I flew off on my Argentavis to harvest some obsidian that I could craft into polymer. Seeing as penguins just didn't exist on my world, then on my way home I spotted a level 135 Quetzal. Now that would be a fantastic tame. So I fetched some tranks to begin my attempt to tame this majestic sky titan. Parachuting behind my Argent grappled to its feet as I began to whistle after the Quetzal, firing trank arrow after trank arrow into it. Gradually getting that little bit sleepier till it began to fall from the sky. And with it safely on the floor, I cut down some trees and skinned some dilos so that I could set up spike walls around the oversized bird. Until finally, as it hit day 50, marking halfway through this challenge, the Quetzal awoke. I chose to name her Mr. Mime due to her white face, picked up all my spike walls and set off for home. Once there, I had a look what I needed to craft the saddle, and I was going to need quite a lot of hide, so I started by killing off this raptor. I also killed off the stego by hiding in the tree with my grapples, then parachuting away from it. And my killing spree continued into the next day, including killing off some trilobites for the silica pearls I would need. Then with all the resources finally collected, I crafted up the Quetzal saddle, jumped onto Mr. Mime and flew off in search of a mammoth to tame. I wanted a mammoth as they are fantastic wood harvesters, and their saddle with the drums would make a fantastic support dino for my eventual army. Searching through the snow, grabbing some drops, and even yoinking a level 120 mammoth in case I didn't find any better. I did also end up stumbling upon a deer stuck in the ice, which sounded exactly like an old car starting up. As I kept moving through the snow, I spotted the rarest creature on my ark. A penguin! I tried to trank it out to tame it, but I accidentally killed it. At least I got the organic polymer. Now I could at least use this to make some much needed cryopods. So with that knowledge, I tranked out the mammoth to begin taming it. Finally waking up in the morning so I was able to cryopod it. I did find another penguin who I clubbed for some more polymer. And once I got home though, I was able to throw out and saddle my mammoth to harvest up a metric butt ton of wood. And I woke up on day 56 and finally decided I had had enough. My base had to be upgraded. This mix mash of structures I got from drops wasn't going to cut it, so I picked it all up, broke down a mass of trees for wooden thatch. Then after building a slightly bigger box with luxurious thatch roofs appeared. Listen, I said I wanted a bigger base. I didn't say I was suddenly good at building. And I continued to build up some gates for protection in my base, harvesting some stone with my dode, wood with my theory when I spotted a level 135 wandering nearby. I needed to start breeding for mutations if I had any hopes of defeating some bosses, so while it began to absolutely shred my stego, I just stood and filled it with trank arrows falling asleep nearby. And the harvesting continued for the next little while, waiting on the theory to wake up, placing down more gates to fully seal off my area. Then in the morning, decided to finally solve my water problems by using some tanks to run wireless water? Pipeless water? Wi-Fi water, I guess. Technology really getting powerful these days. But it was around now I realized I don't have a female theory. So I ran off in the early hours of the morning to find a female I could tame, eventually finding a level 10. Nothing at all impressive, but you know, it will do. So I fired a couple tranks into its face to put it to sleep, gathered up some berries, then saw it woke up fully tamed after a few moments had passed, but in that time a deadly creature had found me. So I started to mass fire arrows at the Rex, thankfully killing it quickly, running over to the theory and potting it up to head home. Grappling up and into my base, where I set up a small batch of foundations and threw out my theories so they could begin getting acquainted with each other. And I still wanted to tame myself an elephant, and the way you do that is with beer. So I set up some beer barrels where I could start fermenting the berries I needed. Then hatching the theory eggs that I'd been collecting in order to find a female with the high stats so I could begin mutation hunting. And I set up some foundations to be my egg hatching zone for the theories, throwing down an aircon to keep the air nice comfortable temperature for hatching the eggs. Threw out a couple in front of the conditioner for them to hatch, imprinting on 2 of the base stat females, then massacring the remaining children as they all tried to scatter. I set up some railings to prevent the babies always running away from their death, and hatching and murdering baby theories looking for ones with mutations. But waking up on day 68, the almost nice number, I really wanted 2 types of dinosaur in this playthrough, a Dinotherium and a skeletonized Tyrannosaur. So seeing as I needed a compound bow to tame the Tyrannosaur, I set off to harvest all the metal I needed. And I got home on day 69, nice, only to get home and find I had a bit of theory hydra going on from all the babies. My bad. And I made the grand mistake of trying to kill it. Note to self, don't try take on the Therizino Hydra. I began to claim all of the theories and decided to lead them off on a murdering spree, having the horde charge in to fight Brontos, Dinotheriums and Raptors. And my rampage continued for the next day till I finally decided to head home, as I still wanted to make that compound bow in order to get myself a skeletonized Tyrannosaur, but I was short of cementing paste. So I headed out on my quest only to spot something out the corner of my eye. Good that stream quality is good. What the heck was that? Did you guys see that? Was you putting down your bottle now and stop being pranked? There was definitely... That is the Moro Rex, also known as an Indominus Rex. Well, that is a creature to work towards as well. But for now, I had to keep flying onwards and arriving at what is known as a hidden lake with the whole 1 beaver dam. Flew all the way here for 1 dam at 51 pace. Thankfully, it was just enough. So I just began the journey home as I had to start on mutations for my boss army. And the next few days were full of breeding theories, hatching eggs, checking for stats, and slaughtering the unworthy. So many dead younglings, I thought I was Anakin. Master Skywalker, we have no mutation. Whatever are we going to do? As my mutations continued into day 82, I realized I do still need to actually do the caves, so potted up 2 of my theories as well as made myself the compound bow and a ton of Tyrannosaur tooth-tipped arrows as I wanted to tame myself that skeletonized Tyrannosaur and took off on my quest. arriving at the cave of the artifact, I mounted my theories. This cave was a long, dark tunnel full of spiders, arthroptera, megalos, and more. But hidden at the end was the artifact of the clever. The second artifact I needed to fight Broodmother Lystrix. So I slowly began to make my way through the cave, fighting spiders and hordes of bats, even getting some mega rabies in the process, but killed them all off. Continuing deeper in, I could see the artifact with my binoculars, so I kept advancing, fighting off what I could before taking the opportunity to sneak up to the artifact in order to grab it. Then sprinted back to my theory to run up and out of the cave, grappling back to the safety of my Quetzal. With the artifact in hand, I wanted to find myself a skeletonized Tyrannosaur. So I was searching around the mountain on my Quetzal, finding a couple low levels, but the search went on for days. I did stop by the base to set up the artifact in my base, before I kept hunting for this calcium-covered theropod. Then finally, in the stormy morning of day 87, I spotted a decent level. A level 135. So I began to pepper it with my tooth-tipped arrows until it passed out sleeping peacefully on the beach. There was a Cerato and a Dinotherium fighting in the water nearby, until after a good chunk of time had passed as my Rex awoke from its slumber. I got it to finish off the Dinotherium with its fire breath evaporating the elephant, then led it home where I saddled it up, finally riding what I could be the most powerful creature on the island. And I crafted up a ton of theory saddles in the morning as I needed to start raising and leveling an army in preparation for the bosses, before flying off to head to the next artifact cave, landing outside the lower south cave. A very basic run down a long tunnel where you need to dodge spiders, snakes, and scorpions to get to the artifact hidden at the end. And while I forgot my theories, so I was walking in on foot. Slowly traveling down, I reloaded my crossbow just in case, which came in handy to kill off a spider that spotted me. But seeing how many were below me on the cliff, I realized I would not be able to kill them all, and knew I had to make a run for it. So I sprinted and parachuted down, loading in a grapple to dodge half the snakes. The artifact room was packed with dangerous creatures, so I led them out and took my opportunity to sprint in and grab the artifact, then made my quick escape exiting the cave. All 3 artifacts for the Broodmother acquired. All that was needed now was to lead the army to the green obelisk in order to fight it. And my theory army was looking quite strong in my base, but I still really wanted to get myself one of the Dinotheriums. Since by now my beer had all fermented, I just first had to make up some water jars to store it. I found a level 135 Dinotherium on the beach and parachuted down to begin to try offering it a cold, refreshing beverage. But only managed to anger it, so had to grapple back up to my Quetzal before it killed me. There was an aloe fighting her for the attention as well, so I killed it off to keep her safe, and that clearly worked out for me as then she ended up wiggling her ears for me, so I was able to run up and give her a beer. But I don't think I gave her the right brand, as then no matter what I did, she would not let me give her another drink. Until finally, in the early hours of day 92, a skeletonized Tyrannosaur showed up and killed her off. Guess I'm not getting myself an elephant today. Hopefully I can get one eventually, but I needed to go focus on finishing up my army. So I started out in the morning of the final week by claiming the theories I was going to need for this upcoming battle. Set them all up to begin raising, saddling them for that added armor bonus. But I had one thing that I still needed myself, and that was to equip myself with a much needed armor upgrade. I still needed to somehow get my army to the obelisk. Now, I had modded cryopods, but in the spirit of old Ark, I had a plan. With an army of theories that are named after my longest standing patrons. But thank you to each and every one of you who stuck around with me for such a long time. Consider pledging for access to help support me financially and join some exclusive servers and events. Thank you everyone for watching this far, and if you've enjoyed it, I'd really consider you leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't already. I set up the theories at the obelisk, then flew home to fetch my Pteranodon as well as the artifacts before beginning what was hoped to be the final flight to the green obelisk. Let's do this. I spawned into the arena to find no spider and no army. This happened because I was in photo mode while teleporting, but that is not how our journey ends, as I went and gathered myself a new army to try one more time to fight the spider. There are the Xenos! Charge! Go get him. I whistled in the army, who began to slash at the spider, tearing through its chitin shell. Hundreds of minions swarming the theories as we had to rip through the arachnid horde. The theory started to get low on health as one of them, Marco, died to the queen.
No, Marco died. Rip Marco.
But we kept fighting, finally killing the queen, unlocking a plethora of tech engrams from the death of the spider. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Goodbye.